Computer memory and storage devices. Memory storage. Data and instructions that are fed into a computer system through input devices are stored in some storage media. The storage capacity of a computer is called its memory. A computer stores data and instructions in the form of binary digits 0 and 1. These two digits are used in a programming language called binary language. Units of memory. We need units to measure any quantity. For example, we use liters to measure liquids and meters to measure length. Similarly, data can be measured in bits, bytes, and other units. Bit is the smallest unit of information which a computer can process and store. A group of 4 bits forms a nibble and a group of 8 bits form a byte. The higher units of memory are given as follows. 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte. 1 GB, 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabyte. 1 terabyte is equal to 1024 gigabyte. 1 petabyte is equal to 1024 terabyte. Primary memory. Primary memory is also known as the internal memory or main memory. It is the inbuilt memory present inside the CPU. It stores data or instructions currently used by the computer. The minimum size of primary memory is 256 megabyte that can be increased anytime. Primary memory is of two types: read-only memory (ROM) and random access memory (RAM). Read-only memory (ROM). Read-only memory (ROM) is a type of memory in which the information can only be read. ROM can be directly accessed by the CPU. The instructions stored in ROM are retained even when the computer is switched off. It is also called a non-volatile memory. There are three different types of ROM: PROM, EEPROM, and EEPROM. PROM refers to programmable read-only memory. It is a memory chip on which we store programs. But once the information has been recorded, it cannot be changed. It can be programmed only under special conditions. PROMs are non-volatile. EEPROM. EEPROM refers to erasable programmable read-only memory. We can erase its stored information by exposing it to ultraviolet light. EEPROMs are cheap, reliable, and hence widely used. EEPROM. EEPROM refers to electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. The information written on it can be erased using electrical signals. Random access memory (RAM). Random access memory refers to read and write memory. We can read information from it as well as write or store instructions on it. In RAM, the memory stores information in the form of electric signals. RAM is volatile in nature. CPU can access RAM as long as the computer is switched on. As the power to the computer is switched off, the stored data and instructions disappear from RAM. RAM is small in both physical size and the amount of data it can store. It is much smaller than a hard disk. A typical computer may come with 256 million bytes of RAM and a hard disk of 40 billion bytes. RAM comes in the form of discrete or separate microchips. Secondary memory. Secondary memory is used to store information for a longer period of time. It is needed because the internal storage of a computer is insufficient to store and save large amount of data for future reference and retrieval. Data is not lost in the secondary memory even when the computer is switched off. Let us learn about some common secondary storage devices. Hard disk. Hard disk is the main storage medium for computers. It is fixed inside a CPU box and is capable of storing a large amount of data. Hard disk can store up to 8 TB of data. It is made up of mainly rigid metal plates coated to store data magnetically. A hard disk rotates while it is being recorded. Nowadays, external hard disks are also available, which are small in size and can be carried anywhere easily. Compact disk. CD is an optical storage device. A typical CD is 13 cm in diameter. One CD can store 600 to 700 MB data on it. CD can hold text, images, sound, video clips, animated movies or their combinations. It is used for data backup and to store software. Nowadays, we get two kinds of CDs. CDR stands for compact disc recordable. In this type of CD, data once written cannot be changed or deleted. It can only be read. CDRW stands for compact disc rewritable. Data written on this CD can be erased. New data can be written or recorded many times. Digital versatile disk DVD. DVD is very similar to a CD but can store much more data. It is an optical disc storage device used for recording movies with high video and sound quality. Data can be recorded on a DVD on one or both sides. Its capacity ranges from 4 GB to 8 GB. Pen drive. A pen drive is popularly known as flash drive. It is a small pen-like storage device that can be attached outside a computer at a place called a USB port. Pen drive can store a large amount of data depending on its capacity. It can store 1 GB, 2 GB or more data. It is used for copying and moving data from one computer to another. Blu-ray disc. A Blu-ray disc is similar to CD or a DVD in appearance, but it can hold up to 128 GB of data. It uses blue lasers to hold a large amount of data. This disc is mainly used for storing high-quality sound, games, and movies. The data and instructions that are entered into a computer system through input devices are stored in it in some storage media. A computer memory is stored in the form of bits and bytes. Bits mean binary digits, that is 0 and 1. A computer memory can be classified into primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is of two types, ROM and RAM. Read-only memory, ROM, keeps the data permanently. This memory is non-volatile in nature. Programmable ROM, PROM, is a memory chip on which we can store a program. EEPROM refers to erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM refers to electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Random access memory or RAM is a read and write memory. Secondary memory is used to store information for a longer period of time. Hard disk, CD-ROM, DVD, pen drive, and Blu-ray disc are common kinds of secondary memory. A hard disk is fixed inside the cabinet of a CPU. Compact disc, popularly known as CD, is the most commonly used storage device. A DVD can store much more data than a CD. Pen drive is a pen-like device used to store data outside a computer.